We're live.
We are live, yes. Let me go over here. F11.
We know if there are two contestants tonight or ready? Or they just
Yeah,
on
let me
standby at the
just
moment?
go to YouTube and send Clumps the link. Directly place. Yeah, let me just go to YouTube and send Clumps the link.
For some reason you're quiet now.
Everything's quiet?
No, okay, now you're good.
Oh, yeah, I just wasn't talking. How do we sound
Oh,
on
okay.
stream?
For some reason you're quiet now.
Everything's quiet?
No, okay, now you're good.
Okay. I just wasn't talking. Sweet. Alright. That sounds good. On, the YouTube end, close. We have chat right here. Let's put that there. And all right, we should be chilling. So Dakota, you said that you want to lead us here today?
Yeah, I can start this off whenever we're ready. I was just kind of waiting for everything to be done getting set up and for
I say we're ready.
to
You can
play.
lead us off. We'll just chat for a bit, and then once our contestants are ready to play, we start and watch them.
Cool. Well, welcome to week 1 of the DLP league. We've got second matchup of the week. We had our inaugural matchup last night. It was a clean sweep, a 5-0 victory for Gamer in a heated rivalry match. So, earlier I was cooking up a delicious meal for me and my family, and I am excited to see what everyone has been cooking up this week. So, Artemis, what do you see when you see these 12 Pokemon on the field right now?
It's funny that you say that you're cooking a good dinner because I see that people cooking with teams. It's interesting. It's unlike last night where it was a strange semi-poor support sweep. Here it seems like actual metamons that seem intriguing. That Earthworm for the Terrakions, it's going to have an Earth Eater guaranteed. That would be an excellent pairing for that Garchomp with Stab Earthquake. That's going to be a massive threat. Incineroar just existing because, well, Intimidate and all of the supporting that Incineroar
Yeah,
does.
there's not too
Yeah,
much of a punish for the Incineroar being there. Aside
exactly.
for the Mamoswine having Oblivious,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean everyone's gonna get intimidated by that. I really like. I think this
Exactly.
Quaquaval is kind of interesting. If you get Aqua Step Moxie, you could get things kind of rolling for you, and
Mm-hmm.
obviously he's trying to set the rain. Those Aqua Steps could be coming in kind of hard if you get a position right against
Quaquaval in the
guards.
rain is a mighty threat, but I'm more looking towards this Palafin here. Quaquaval with Moxie is a threat, but once Palafin gets 0 to hero, a wave crash is going to be doing some damage. I'm going to tell you that right now. And
And one
there's
thing to note though is that Quaquaval is a fighting type, so
mhm.
Aerodactyl could threaten it. So even though it is a water type, the fighting type is kind of a hindrance to it here.
Though that may be true, that doesn't really seem to be much of an issue. Aerodactyl being there at least. Uh, Snowpoint over here has 3 different water types. Which one of them has access to Weather Ball, that being Pelipper, which is honestly very terrifying. And the fact that this is Mega Aerodactyl and won't have Sash, I think that's just going to be a clean Oko.
I'd really like to see Mamoswine on the lead here, just because I think that we see Incineroar early. Mamoswine has such a threatening four times um, 4 times
Super
stab
effective.
to Garchomp. I
Mm-hmm.
think that just keeping him on the field as early and as soon as possible and as long as possible can keep that Garchomp away and kind of keep the advantage on your side, because even though Garchomp is ground type, having that uh, dragon typing is going to make it neutral to all this water that's going to be coming its way.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I think we should get this game started.
Yeah, we should get this game started. Are our contestants ready? Oh, that they are. So let's join them and see how things go. Now let us wait for our contestants to send out their leads. What are you expecting, Dakota?
I think that we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see Incineroar early. Probably. I think we're gonna see Aerodactyl early too. Honestly, I think that he's gonna try and set a tailwind. He's gonna get that fake out in, and try and get speed control early, and try to probably pressure with a lot of rock slides early. It is interesting that Gallade is there. I wonder if there's any kind of wide guard coverage. I wonder if Aegislash has wide guard. Actually, I think
Aegislash should have wide guard. If I'm being honest, for the Snow Point, I'm honestly expecting a Palafin Aegislash lead. I feel like that'd be the most beneficial. Oh my gosh, this is the second day in the road that this happened. What is up with our contestants? What was up with that forfeit? Let's go to the server and see what's the issue
match there. What was the issue yesterday? I had missed the that part of the stream. I was going through a tunnel.
Yeah. Usually somebody who's commentating will notice the level issues, right? Oh, yeah. My bad. My bad. I have everything zoomed in, so that's just the...
It's leveling. It's leveling. It's leveling.
It's leveling.
It's a leveling issue, okay. It people had their teams
level 50s?
Level 50. Yeah. Yeah, so this is, being champions, new format and everything. In our league, we're allowing all items. So
yes, we are.
We have some very custom settings. I think that the adjustment to the new format.
Yeah, this is all items. So like, there's not just gonna be Sash and Citrus Berry. We'll have choice specs. We'll have Assault Vest. We'll have so many items that are not in Champion. So it's just gonna be. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, so there might be a few setbacks in the first week, but you know what? It is all right. It's to be expected when you start a new format.
Oh, would you look at that?
Oh, you were correct with the lead, and I was too. Actually, we were both right. We see Incineroar and Aerodactyl pressuring some early rock slide and some early. He already
Aegislash here is immune to fake out, so it's definitely going to be directed towards the Palafin. However, it won't really matter if he is going for fake out, which I honestly wouldn't here. But if he's going for fake out, then it's definitely going to be going towards this Palafin.
I mean, I would still fake out the Palafin, but there's a world where, because a flip turn and a wave crash may not even. Yeah, see, exactly. Yeah. He may not go for the fake out, and he doesn't. He gets the flip turn in from the Palafin. He's most likely going for a Dark Lariat or maybe a parting shot, something
to hit Aegislash, right?
Oh,
the miss on Thunderfang!
Wow, he made the call, but he missed. Ironhead goes into
and the rain makes it so where Aegislash lives.
Yep, the Flare Blitz comes into Aegislash, but the rain allows it to live. Correct. This was a very interesting turn because that Thunder actually was such a good call.
That Thunderfang miss, I believe, mattered more than anything.
That was so critical to the entire game because that could have taken weather control out of the picture entirely, and he knew it was coming too.
Yeah. And unless if you're wasting a move slot on Dragonite Tailwind, unless if
Tailwind comes in. Flare Blitz picks up the KO on Aegislash, but Aegislash did its duty. It took out the Mega Aerodactyl, and Pelipper was able to set Tailwind.
Yeah, and I think that we're going to be seeing Palafin here soon again, and I'm not doing my job, right? Let's do...
Ooh, we see Dragonite coming out early. I think Snowpoint Stoutland is feeling it like they are in the command right now, and yep. See a Thunder go into Earthworm. It does 50% and gets the paralysis. Weather Ball goes in Incineroar, picks up the KO. Paralysis procs. That's even after they updated the paralysis to be less likely to proc, but it did there. Garchomp comes out. Garchomp's in an interesting spot here because it could eat a Draco Meteor, but honestly, I think just a double into the Garchomp would be really threatening from the Pelipper and the Dragonite, even without the Draco Meteor. Okay, he just protects with the Dragonite.
Mm-hmm.
Stone Edge goes into the Dragonite, doesn't get the KO. Obviously, Feather Dance Pelipper.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
The Shed Tail does come off though from the Earthworm. That's really interesting. Gallade is behind
sub. Yeah,
behind the sub. This Earthworm comes
Earthworm
back
comes
out.
back
Most likely
out?
taking a sack. Okay, a Hurricane picks up the sub. Triple
Multi-scale,
axle goes
but
into Dragonite. This is
yeah,
gonna
this
break
kill,
multi-scale and pick up the KO. Yep, it gets all 3 kits. Other ball goes back into Earthworm. Like I said, it was a sack. I believe this is and now Tailwind has ended. So Pelipper is in an interesting spot here because it does want to set Tailwind, but it also wants to swap out because Rain ended, and now we see Palafin against Meowscarada and Gallade.
Yeah, but because Palafin wants to swap out, I believe a Flower Trick into the Pelipper slot will hit Mamoswine for super effective damage, won't it?
It'll be neutral with the Ice Ground typing, but it'll be okay. We see Garchomp come back out. That's okay. Mamoswine does come into that slot. Ice Punch hits Meowscarada. That is a huge hit.
Oh, and it goes to Palafin, which knocks it out.
Now, I did talk about this earlier. The Mamoswine going up against Garchomp is extremely threatening. Rain gets set as Pelipper hits the field. See Gallade come back out. The last 2 Mons. Have a 2-2 game right now. Full health on each team. Pelipper, Mamoswine against Garchomp and Gallade. We have Rain that just got set. Yeah, Ice Shard hits. Ooh.
With the Yachi Berry.
With the Yachi Berry, he survives.
Sacred Sword.
The Sacred Sword picks up the Mamoswine. Thunderfang does not KO, but it does about 70%. Other Dance goes into the Gallade, so it's a little weak now, but Garchomp is threatening with speed control. This is a really good game that remember Terrakion that was able to come back on. Okay, Sacred Sword doesn't do much. Thunderfang lands.
And that's game.
That was a great
game. Yeah, that was a quick game, but both players gave it their all. They did what they could. I was trying to keep track of the board, honestly.
Yeah, this is very, very fast paced. I do think that Stoutland had control of the game there very early, but that Shed Tail going off from the Earthworm and allowing Gallade to get behind the sub and get that triple axle and pick up the KO on Dragonite was such a big momentum swing. And then they were able to stall out the Tailwind and force some really key swaps with the Palafin and the Rain ending and the Pelipper and everything. So that was a really interesting, well played game. Terrakion was behind there in the mid game, but was able to pull it through with that huge KO on Mega Dragonite.
Yeah, that triple axle into Dragonite, because multi-scale only really affects the first hit. So just having the 2 extra hits doing quad effective damage just to make sure it goes down, that was just like won the game right there. Oh.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see.
PCR in the chat. What's up, PCR?
Alrighty. And after this, you got your game to do.
Yes, I'm going to be switching seats here in a moment. I'm going to be the one in the hot seat.
Yes, you are. All right.
Just waiting for Clomps to come back in here.
The Terrakions have a single win with Snow Point having a single loss, but that doesn't mean that they're out of the game yet. They still have an entire season to catch up.
Yeah, it's best to take your losses early in the season. You can come back from them.
All right, let's invite Picknor to the call so that we can have his winner interview. If he'll just join.
Just waiting.
Yeah, Picknor is a cool kid, so he'll join. Hey, Clumps, where's Picknor at? Oh, never mind, he's gone. You hyped out Quackquavel, so I got rid of it. Yeah.
Oh no. Where is our we got Clomp back, but
am going to do something real quick to see if I can get Picknor and call for a interview.
you're gonna bribe him with candy.
Hey Artemis, can you do me a favor? Can you put us to
yeah.
We'll be right back?
Huh?
Hey.
Oh, Picknor did join. We don't even need to anymore.
Oh,
Alrighty.
Picknor joined? Well, oh frick, I don't have his thing. Let me get his thing.
Picknor, congratulations on your win. It was a very exciting match.
Thank you.
Were you nervous there for a second? It felt like the game was kind of out of your control there. Maybe in the mid game there, when Dragonite came out, he had set Tailwind. You didn't get your Tailwind up. Aerodactyl goes down.
It's just missing the Thunderfang. That was the problem.
That was so big because you made that read. You knew that Pelipper was coming out, and yeah, that was really impressive. And the rain affected the Flare Blitz, unfortunately, too.
And also, I don't like custom doubles. There's a problem. My Mega Aerodactyl has tough claws normally, but since it comes Mega Evolved, it doesn't have it.
Oh,
wait, what?
That
So
might be an
it
actual
didn't have
issue.
tough claws in that match? Is that what you're
it
saying?
had Unnerve. It had his original ability.
Oh. Did you? Well, no, I saw it as Mega Aerodactyl.
Yeah, me too.
That is an issue that we're gonna have to look into.
I don't think that it made a difference. I don't think your Aerodactyl landed a hit, did it?
No, all the hits he hit got on top.
Oh yeah, the Thunderfang missed. That's right. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. So it unfortunately didn't matter, but it was a good game. I was saying before you joined that the shed tail that you set up was probably the key to your victory because it allowed you to get that triple axle off safely behind a hurricane.
Yeah.
Oh, and did you? Okay, was that a paralysis proc on the Orthworm?
Yes, I tried to
Oh
do
my!
tail.
Oh my goodness! How unlucky!
I feel like you won in the end, but I feel like the worst thing that happened in that game was you missing your Thunderfang turn 1. That was very unfortunate.
Yeah, had you landed that Thunderfang,
this game would have been over so much sooner.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. But you were able to clean it up. You were able to come back and clean it up. I think that there was a point there when your opponent felt pretty confident to bring out their Dragonite, and you were able to just survive and make that shed tail play.
I should have lost that. If it wasn't Ice Punch and Palafin was close combat, I lose.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, you had a close combat that you could have put on.
I expected a loss, but I'm happy.
Well, congratulations on your win.
Congratulations on your win. And congratulations on Ouchie, the leader of the Snowpoint Southlands, for playing and giving us a wonderful show against the Terrakions. And we will be looking forward to watching both of you guys play in the future. Just thank you for coming on, and thank you for giving us one heck of a show.
Thank you to you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a great night. Thank you for coming on.
Have a good night. Alrighty
All
then.
right. Well, it looks like I'm going to be hopping off.
Yeah,
Paul's
you'll
probably gonna be
need to
jumping in
hop
here.
off and go play your game, as this will be game 2 of the night. The Lavender Town Lampants versus the Lily Cove Latiases, which will be one fun match to watch. I'll tell you that right now.
Alrighty. Well, I'm going to hop out of here. Clomps is in. Oh.
Yeah, Clomps is in, you're out, and I'm going to be staring at that friends list waiting for your game, and he's gone.
Hello, Artemis. Good job commentating, by the way. You did a really good job, and I think Dakota did a great job doing filler when you couldn't. So, yeah, congrats on that. That game was insane, yeah?
Yeah, that game was
I know you've already got to talk about it, but I've been sitting and digesting it a little bit, you know?
Yeah, you were in purgatory whilst we were chatting.
Usually my thoughts are heard by everybody in the server because I'm the owner and, I am very outspoken. However, this time I was on the sidelines and y'all did a great job.
Yeah.
You ready to move on to talk about Lily Cove?
That I am. Let me just pull up their match real quick.
Already.
Yeah. So this is not right. What the hell is this? Let me...
Ooh, interesting. So yeah, I think one of my biggest takeaways is early on, I think Picknor took the offensive pressure early, killing that quick wave, letting it go down, or getting it down early, and then from there, I think Ouchie's RNG kind of took over the show for a bit there, right? Took that momentum and threw it in the trash right away.
Yeah.
With that Thunderfang miss.
That
the para on the Thunder.
Mattered. Like, I
the
keep
full
saying
para.
It, but like, it's because it's the truth, man.
For sure. I think Ouchie made a good game though. But I don't know if y'all knew this, but these are both their inaugural seasons in the DDL. So congratulations to both on such a strong showing. Having such a strong matchup there was so entertaining for me to watch, and the commentating only made it better. So congrats to you, Dakota. Always.
Yeah. And I'd like to also thank Dakota for commentating when I couldn't, whilst I was working on the board. But I am just glad that we have commentators we're actually able to put on the show, and we have Clomps backing us up, and everybody in the DLP who wants to be on stream just giving their all whilst here and just giving us a good showing. For
sure. Man, oh man, this Lily Cove Latias team, let's talk about them for a second. You ready, Artemis?
Yeah.
This is a team fresh off of a 5-game series against Peveril, where he had control in the whole first half of the game, however, made a few slip-ups late in the second half of that game, 5, and it just destroyed all the momentum he was working on. This is a man, he needs to get wins this season. There's a lot of doubters out there, right? This man, this is his prove it game. Not naming names. I heard somebody was putting $50 that he was gonna lose. So.
I heard that rumor as well. And honestly, with this game, I think that $50 will be earned, because I'm looking at the Latias' team and I'm seeing two pure ice types that's not really that bulky, and a Mega Golurk that looks like it might just go down in one turn.
When I look at this Lily Cove team, my biggest points for this matchup, I think, are really just how is this Raichu going to affect the Lavender Town Lampants field? How can it mess up Dakota's day as soon as possible? And to start, we got Fake Out. We get Eerie Impulse. We get Electro Web. All of that. And to make matters worse, not that it's the worst situation, but if Dakota is running an electric type move, it can redirect those electric type moves as
Mhm.
well.
We
That's
also
if he's not running static,
we also got
which
to
is
think
another problem.
that is another problem. We also got to think of Raichu support as in Nuzzle and Electro Web for speed control, and the fact that we also have Corviknight and Primarina on the Lampent side that is weak to electric.
For sure. I think a few people or a few Pokemon I'm looking forward to seeing here for the Lily Cove oh my god, Lily Cove Latias. Is that Mega Golurk. We've seen what it can do in Shurikram at this point. I think we've all played a little bit of Champions format.
We've
And
all
this
played
thing,
a
if you
little.
get it set up, is gonna go crazy. Honorable mentions for me. I think Vanillux is a sleeper pick here. Getting Veil up would be great for Lily Cove for sure.
If
And
they're
the
able to get
synergy with Beartic is just gonna really sell it, right?
yeah, if they're able to get Veil up, then it'll be a total game changer. However, if this is a Trick Room team, then Hydreigon and Raichu seem a little out of place, yeah?
Yeah, for sure. I think he's going for more of a Tell Room look. I say Tell Room, but it's a makeshift Tell Wing, you
It's a
know?
makeshift
You
Tail
get
Room.
the Snow Up, you get some Sand Rush, and Hydreigon, it could be Scarf for all we know, so that takes care of that loose end. Let's talk a little bit about Dakota here. It's his first inaugural season. Just like
Yes.
Ouchie and Picanor in the Terruptive Terrakion and the Snowpoint Stoutland. However, he's taking over for a team that is no stranger to this league. One of the very first teams to be in this league, and it is the Lavender Town Lampent. We saw a couple of showings over the last 2 seasons from the previous head coach, KBR, and they just weren't getting where they wanted. And so Dakota did end up taking over this season after a miracle happened over the off season. And I'm excited to see what he can do.
Yeah.
We got a few mons here. I think Primarina is a big one to watch. It
Yes.
hits into Hydreigon really nicely. And it, I believe, resists the ice type moves from both these Vanillux and the Beartic, barring Freeze Dry. So that gives him great defensive pressure off the bat. Then we see this Mudsdale. We see it stacking up Stanima most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah, I got you.
There's just a lot of heavy hitters here, and that's not even talking about the star of this Lavender Town Lampent show, the Mega Charizard.
Yes.
This thing is a very good physical attacker. I believe it gets Dragon Dance. It's very dangerous. It's going to be very, very, very important that Lily Cove keeps that Hatterene alive, gets it in the situation where it can play into the weaknesses that this Charizard has.
Yes. And we also have I'm looking at Dakota's team, and it is like very well balanced, and the 2 Pokemon that you haven't really talked much about being Sneasler and Corviknight, which honestly, Sneasler being the biggest Pokemon in the meta of champions right now, letting Dakota have this pick was monstrous, on top of the most bulky tailwind setter in the game being Corviknight, setting up iron defenses for big body presses in the future, which is honestly going to be terrifying, and I think basically kills everything except for Golurk, which is immune.
I think what we're going to see here tonight is we're going to see a Dakota masterclass for a rookie coach in his rookie season, trying to make the best of that first season and just blow the socks off everyone. Yes. I think he has the draft. He had the position thanks to KBR in season 2. Not making it to playoffs was very, very beneficial for this Dakota.
Yes, I will agree with you 1000%. I feel like Dakota has this, but I'm not rooting off Lily Cove just yet. Let's see what surprises Lily Cove has in store. And are our friends in the match yet? No, they're not. Okay,
Okay, so here's the situation, Artemis. If you can do me a favor, keep talking about the teams.
Yeah.
In the matchups. You can talk more in depth about individual mons now, because I need to do stuff.
Yeah. All right. So, Honestly, I am seeing. I think I've said everything I want to say about Dakota's team. Corviknight Sneasler just great leads off the bat for Tailwind and Dire Claw, Fake Out, whatever the heck Sneasler's packing. Mudsdale here, along with Corviknight, as big heavy slam. No, not heavy slam. Body press threats, which is going to be absolutely terrifying. Primarina, great for icy wind speed control. Hyper voice, liquid voice, hyper voice. Oh, I can't talk. My gosh, I am best commentator in the world, guys. Trust. And Moonblast just being able to take care of Hydreigon. Just Dakota has an answer for every single thing on Lilycove. I do want to see this Hatterene and Golurk put in some work, though. No guard and wait, no, Golurk can't be in base form, right? It's going to be Mega right off the bat, yeah?
Yeah. I think that's how we were doing it for week 1. I might change that going into week 2 just because I don't think I like it.
Okay, so it won't have no guard, but it still has Unseen Fist, which got nerfed. However, it's still pretty big deal if you can hit through Protect.
Alrighty, Artemis. I think there's one thing we need to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
How does Dakota stop Trick Room? How does Dakota stop this? Okay, we've seen it before. I think, I believe Lilycove's only real form of Trick Room on this team is that Hatterene here.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna have to see a really passive Raichu Hatterene lead to try to get Trick Room off. If I had to take my best guess. We could see him save that for the back half of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard to get a double switch in though. So for me, I'm saying that probably is not what's happening. However, I can always be proven wrong.
My guess being, and I hope that our peeps aren't hearing this and getting any ideas, I am looking at a Sneasler Corviknight lead and a fake out into Raichu, because doesn't Sneasler outspeed? Doesn't Sneasler outspeed Raichu?
Sneasler should outspeed Raichu.
Yeah, so if Sneasler outspeeds Raichu into a fake out, that means that Raichu is not going to get a fake out, and Corviknight is free to just hit a heavy slam for super effective damage into Hatterene.
I think what it's going to take for Lilycove to come out with the win here is they're going to have to get really scrappy when it comes to that team preview, right? I think, they got that Sneasler fake out pressure into that Raichu. What are you going to do about it, right?
Yeah.
I think you're going to have to get creative. It's not going to be easy either. This guy, he had 11th pick in the draft the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
He did not have much to go off of for sure. And we're seeing the consequences of it in this team building, his draft just isn't so strong as it was last season. Because last season, he came onto the scene. He managed to pick up both Cali Shadow and both Urshifu, which is absurd.
Yeah.
So I think it's not going to be impossible for Lilycove to come back down to earth in their second season. I believe they call that a sophomore slump.
Yeah.
But
I will say that besides Mega Draft, because it seems like Lilycove wanted Mega Golurk, it seemed like Lilycove here was just picking up scraps because everybody was picking all the other good mons. However, that doesn't mean that Lilycove doesn't know what to do with them. I believe that Lilycove might have a plan and Lilycove might pull through with it, but just looking at the 6 that they chose to bring today, I don't really have any hopes up. And yes, that is mainly to do with me seeing Beartic and Vanillux on the same team.
For sure. I think for me personally, I want to see Lilycove's Ice Core go off this game. I think it has the potential to. With a couple of options in Freeze Dry, Blizzard will hit pretty much everything neutral on this team, if not super effective. I think the only threats you have to worry about at that point is Sneasler. And if you can just isolate that Sneasler into a one-on-one situation where it has to command that respect, it will definitely go a little bit better for Lilycove Latias than I predict it will.
Well, if we think about it, if Trick Room goes off, Hatterene has many different moves to hit that Sneasler for super effective. It has Psychic, which obvious, it's a Psychic type move. But unless if Sneasler has Shock, that Sash, Focus Sash. Best commentator, trust. Sash, that's going to be a one-hit KO due to Sneasler's weak defenses, and that being just 4 times super effective. We could also see Hatterene trying to do way too much setup, but a Psychic Terrain expanding force, if Psychic Terrain goes up, that also says bye-bye to Fake Out as well.
For sure. I think Lilycove's biggest game plan has to be taking care of that Sneasler early, taking care of that Corviknight early, and I think Primarina is probably on my hit list as well. You know, I think I think Primarina is gonna just do so much chip damage.
If Primarina does not have a bounty on her head, the people who are collecting are not looking correctly. Primarina is a massive threat for multiple reasons. Just having liquid voice, and this is all items, so this Primarina might have throat spray for hyper voice, liquid voice. Water type hyper voice hitting Golurk for super effective, getting that special attack up, and hitting a dragon with a super effective Moonblast as well.
I think one thing I would be terrified of if I'm Lilycove is just a straight off the bat offensive lead into like some sort of taunt or anti-trick room tech, right? That will kill the momentum immediately, and I don't see much of a shot at coming back from that if that is what happens during the lead. But I do want to see what this Weird Ear. Yeah,
that's Weird Ear.
Yeah, Weird Ear. I want to see how that Weird Ear does in this matchup, just because I think it's such a weird pick for the Lavender Town Lampent.
It is an obscure pick, but not really a bad one. I believe its signature move, Scythe Shield Bash, if I'm recalling correctly, increases their special defense by 1 stage after every use, along with doing stab.
And that is so
80
valuable
base power
into this Lilycove Latias team, where so many of these mons just want to hit you in that Spadef, you know?
Exactly. And I believe it also has access to Intimidate, unless if I'm wrong.
Ooh, that is Brew. That covers for the Mega Golurk. Oh my. This is a bad matchup for the Lilycove Latias.
And the fact that Weirder is also part normal type also means that it's not affected by ghost type moves. So that's one weakness off its list.
Can I pause for a second and talk about how hard it is to differentiate between the Lilycove Latias and the Lavender Town Lampent? I'm on a struggle bus right now, just trying to keep them straight.
I don't even say the full name. I just say Lilycove and Lavender Town. I'm just it's just too much of a tongue twister otherwise. Oh,
I'm pretty sure
like they're
during
challenging
this game I will have to slip up at some point. I don't think there's a world in which I don't slip up at one point, you know? Alrighty.
Well, I'm refreshing my page looking for Dakota. Do they have spectators on?
Maybe not.
Can you go check that for me? On
one end. Can we even get their attention is a question. Let's see. Let us see here. Can you do the we'll be right back thing?
Yeah, I don't have one.
Oh, you don't have one? Right.
No, Gamer just gave me this. I don't have one. I mean, I have one from my mainstream.
I have one.
Okay.
I have one. I'll send it to you after this, and we'll never run into this issue again. Alrighty?
We'll never run into this issue again. Yeah.
I just don't have a live link yet, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I have one for my main channel. if you want me to use that one.
Oh, they said they're not in it yet.
Oh, they're not in it yet? Okay.
So that's where we're at. Alrighty,
That's
folks.
where we're at.
Alrighty. Tell me what your favorite Pokemon, I think, or what your favorite Pokemon is in the entire lineups here. You know, like just
In
one
the
out of all of
lineup,
them.
I'm looking, and I have to say that, freaking... If this were Champions and we weren't sending in Megas right away, I think that we'd have to go with Golurk, just having that no guard right off the bat into Unseen Fist. But this isn't Champions. This is Pokemon Showdown, and we have, since we have the option, we have the rule that we are leading Megas. Like, it comes out of the ball, it's a Mega. So I think I have to go with Mega Charizard X right now. It just having Tough Claws is very beneficial, and honestly, if you want to run a special X, go ahead. It's not even going to harm you. A 130 in both physical and special attack is crazy.
For sure, yeah, no. This thing, I think, is heavily slept on, and it's overshadowed by its bigger brother, Charizard Y.
Overshadowed by its counterpart and cousin Y. Just having Sun Up instantly, Heat Waves, Weather Ball, Solar Beam, it gets overshadowed for a good reason. But that doesn't mean that X isn't a solid Mon on its own.
In its own right, I feel like we should have probably banned it. However, it's too late for that, so here we are.
We banned Y, and we banned Y for good reason.
Here we are. I don't know what I was smoking when I allowed this thing to go in. Actually, I do know. But let's see here. I think my personal favorite for this matchup has to be... It's got to be colorful, and I got to see it. It's Charizard X. I'm rooting Charizard X this game.
We're both rooting for the same Mon this game.
I think this Mon has so much potential to just end the game immediately.
Oh, 100%.
And I know as soon as it hits the field, it's just going to be picking up KO after KO under the right circumstances.
And honestly... Oh, wait. I was going to say I didn't see any weather, but I forgot that we have snow, which boosts the physical defense of Ice type. So Flare Blitz, though might be super powerful with Tough Claws, might not pick up an instant KO.
I think what I want to see out of this Mega Charizard Y is I want to see it get set up. I think...
Why? Mega Charizard Y? You mean X?
Yeah, I meant X. You know what I meant. You knew what I meant. You knew what I meant, Artemis. You knew what I meant. Yeah, you got me. I slipped up. I told you it would happen.
Yeah. No, but getting set up like what? With Dragon Dances?
Link is in live Rotom Live Links, by the way, Artemis, so.
Oh, and there they are. Oh my gosh.
Alrighty, folks.
And they started a singles game.
Yeah, we're a singles team. We're a singles league, you
Totally.
know. When I first founded the DLP back in January of 2025, you know, I intended for it to be a singles league. So they're really just doing right by me, you know, Artemis.
Well, let's be glad that it's not anymore, because honestly, I don't think I would have been here if it was. I am a doubles player through and through. As much as I love the people here, I don't think I would have stayed if it was singles.
Alrighty, folks. Did they actually start a singles game?
They actually started a singles game, my guy. I'm not kidding. I'm waiting for them to start a new match right now.
That's so funny. I love that. I love that. What's a good live stream without a little bit of goofiness into it, you know?
Yeah. 100%.
I am so excited to watch
Guys,
this match.
somebody's gotta get the game going well for first try eventually. That's what I'm saying.
I think I vaguely touched on it, Artemis, but this Slush Rush Bear Tick could be an issue if it is actually carrying that choice band.
Yeah, you have not touched up on Slush Rush. Honestly, you've been mainly talking about Trick Room, but if Slush Rush is the game plan here, then that's going to be doing some massive damage. Just being able to outspeed like most Pokemon on this field. Heck,
I think for me personally, through my various experiences of playing Pokemon, this Beartic could single-handedly sweep if it's in the right situation, get it down to like 3 months and then cover for its weaknesses and you're good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. And just Slush Rush with the Raichu support, it gets Helping Hand, Nuzzle, Electro Web, everything a support you want in a support, Raichu's got it. So, Helping Hand Beartic would be doing massive damage, and I don't think, besides Corviknight, I don't think Dakota has anything to stop it.
For sure. Yeah, no, I think one of the best situations that we can see Lilycove get into is I mentioned it before, but the Vanillix lead into the Beartic partner on the side,
Mhm.
and then not seeing a Sneasler. That's your best situation.
And not seeing a Sneasler.
And
Yes.
not seeing the Sneasler. As long as you can get some offensive pressure off, maybe get good chip off early.
I believe Slush Rush Beartic would outspeed the Sneasler, but even then, we have our match. That Sneasler is going to be scarfed. I'm telling you right now.
Alrighty. Sneasler Scarf is crazy.
What do you?
Oh my god.
Good luck, have fun. Nope, this is single again.
Again is crazy, bro. I'm running out of talking points. I can only talk about so much, bro. We only have 6 mons each.
What do you mean again?
Oh man, this is rough. Alrighty.
I'm not a tech guru for Showdown. I'm trying to make this work. It's not... Oh my gosh! Initiating a doubles battle should not be this difficult. Custom doubles.
Oh man, yeah, no. I sent out a message too. I sent an update, I think, telling people that.
Klomps, I think after tonight, our major priority is not
getting everybody on the same page.
We need to like make a tutorial on how to start a game. I swear, this is.
I'm gonna introduce a good special guest onto our stream since they've so kindly
Who is special guest?
so kindly made us talk so long. Hello.
Hello. What is up, guys?
Can you close your stream?
That I can.
I forgot about that.
Oh, Artemis, not you. I was talking about Spanish.
No.
Oh.
He was getting echo.
Yeah, no, that's my bad. I'm here to just burn time. But for what it's worth, right? I heard a lot of commentary on the Trick Room, and I don't think the goal here is to set up Trick Room. In my somewhat expert opinion, this is more for as far as I can tell, this is mostly just to force Trick Room is like an option. And force Dakota to play into it because Dakota can't ignore it, right? If Trick Room goes up, Dakota kind of just gets wrecked, I'd imagine. I don't know what the EVs, IVs speed of everything is, but he doesn't really have anything for Golder, right? Like Golder kind of hits everything here except kind of the Corviknight, but that's about it, right? And so I'd imagine more of the idea here is for Lilycove to play around the threat of Trick Room, right? Because Headtren's not particularly bulky on its own, but it's got a good enough support pool to where it can kind of do a little bit of everything, right? And so you have to take care of it, but it's got Protect. I'm pretty sure it gets Ally Switch, and if you put the right partner next to it, you can just play around not actually needing Trick Room up. And as far as I can tell, now even if Trick Room goes up, I don't actually know how well this goes, right? There's a few
called in the Trick Room expert.
They did, but there's I don't really know how good Trick Room is. Lilycove kind of got really unlucky in the they're battling, so it doesn't matter. But they got really unlucky in the draft.
Doubles custom game. We got it, chat. We got it.
But yeah. Oh my god.
Thank you for the Kanto Koraidon perspective, Spanish. Yeah. I needed
as
that.
The main moment. Trick Room guy,
Yeah, as a guy who's consistently running Trick Room for 3 seasons straight now, going strong too, apparently.
We're going for the 4th one too.
Let's
we
get
have
into
the
this.
Golurk
Lily Cove
Hatterene lead along
made
with
it there if we count second
Sneasler
pitches.
and Primarina. That is not a.
Oh my God.
I didn't think to see Primarina right off the rip, but here we are.
I mean, he called the Golurk lead.
He did call the Golurk lead.
Got that.
That is what matters.
I think it is interesting here to see Golurk come out when we know that Primarina can put up just so much pressure.
What?
Why
fake out?
Why the fake out into a ghost type is my question. That
I have no clue.
Was he calling? I don't know.
Trick Room does get up on turn 1 with a Golurk on the field and the Hatterene chat.
I mean, I'd imagine the Hatterene had to be Covert Cloak, but I don't know why you would fake out Golurk anyway.
Yeah. If you
you Dire Claw the Hatterene, right?
Yeah, you
Dire Claw because it probably Okos, and you just Dire Claw and you just double attack here. Like, I mean, I don't know. You have a liquid voice, you can probably just
Primarina's a pretty slow mon already. I think Primarina still has a shot.
I mean, the question is, what's this Golurk running?
This Sneasler is going down.
Yeah, it might be running Thunder Punch. Is the thing. That's my thought.
Alrighty, here we go, Artemis. Let's get this.
And here comes the Golurk sweep. All right, this is gonna be fun to watch.
You see Lily Cove come out with this Golurk Trick Room lead, though. There's 3 turns
there's
of
the Intimidate Weird Ear that I mentioned. Oh, frick, this is not a strong start for Dakota. I'm gonna say this right now. I think that it has to be a heavy slam into Hatterene just to get a threat off the field, and Golurk can't
if you're
really
in Dakota's situation right now, right, Artemis?
Yeah.
I think you have to be considering just taking stuff off the board right now. Getting it down to a 4-4 matchup, a 3-4 matchup. You're trying to get the deficit, not 6-0, you know?
Yeah.
We do
that
see Mudsdale use Earthquake.
Not do much for
It
Dakota.
did nothing. Poltergeist picks up the KO into that Mudsdale. Sneasler will come out here, though, for turn 4. With that Core of Night still on the field, and this Hatterene Golurk still looking so strong.
Yeah. I'm hoping that the Sneasler is Sash so that we can get a Dire Claw into Hatterene. However, why are you still fake outing the Golurk?
He's got to be trolling. He
has to be. There's no way. Does he not know that Golurk is a ghost type?
Is he reaching timer? Is my question. I'm starting to question timer. I've never seen this before. It's so interesting.
Timer?
But the Charizard X does come out to the field, though.
Even
we'll
with
see what
timer,
it can do.
you have like a solid minute to pick your moves. He's like reaching
Get
the
like
30-second mark before he freaks out, if that's the case.
Protect will come out from the Charizard here just to preserve its HP going into
do we think that's just
turns.
Trick Room stall is the game? Yeah.
Yep, he stalls out Trick Room. Now he's got a little bit of a commanding position here with that Charizard X on the field. However, that Hatterene will make it a little bit rough.
We also have to consider that Zard X, despite looking like it, loses its flying type. So if this Golurk pulls out a ground type move, it's kind of screwed.
For sure. I think, luckily for Dakota, he does have one great thing going for him. He has those double intimidates. Those are starting to stack up on the Golurk. It's got to go out eventually. We do see the Flare Blitz come out into that Hatterene, though. Psychic Noise does not double up the Hatterene. It should allow Trick Room to come back up for Lily Cove, and I'm pretty sure that just seals the game here.
Yeah, I think that seals the game. I feel like Hatterene should have been dead right off the rip, being the main threat. Not the damage dealers, but being able to just do that. This is not a great starting match for Dakota. I'm say that now.
Can we talk about just how gutsy this Lily Cove Latias team has been throughout the entirety of this game? They not only lead the very dangerous lead of Trick Room Golurk, but they get it off. And then they get it off again.
But
the Weird Ear does reverse the Trick Room, I believe.
It is so gutsy because you would think that Lavender Town would have learned their lesson of the failed fake out, but they go for it on the Golurk again, and it just allows Latias to just keep getting away with this same stunt. Though we did see the Trick Room on Weird Ear to prevent Trick Room, which is awesome in my opinion.
Lily Cove is in a better spot here. They do get to pick up the KO on that
and
Hatterene.
they get rid of Hatterene, which is
team.
Big.
Psychic Noise goes into that protected Golurk, however.
Yes.
So we do see Dakota starting to chip into this Lily Cove lead. But now, if you're Dakota, I think you have to worry about the Vanilla Expertic in the back. That is just such a good cleanup into this Charizard.
I'm honestly thinking
and this
Raichu
low HP
might...
Weird Ear.
I'm thinking Raichu might come in next and fake out the Zard. Because that seems to be the biggest threat on Dakota's side right now. Because looking at it, he only has Zard, Weird Ear, and Sneasler left. And no matter what, there's the Raichu.
We do see the Raichu come out. Good call there, Artemis.
Yeah. I'm thinking a fake out high horsepower into the Zard. Because that is the biggest threat as of right now.
Sneasler does switch in here. Probably trying to get a good turn
fake
of fake
out
out onto
Headlong
this
Rush. Oh, but
Headlong
that's into
Rush
the
does
Sneasler.
go into the Sneasler slot off a read from Lily Cove.
However, I feel like Golurk needs to swap out like yesterday. All those stat drops from Headlong Rush, and this is now a triple Intimidate. This is not looking good for Golurk.
I feel like if you're Lily Cove in this situation, you got Charizard where you want it to be. You got Weird Ear where you want it to be. Golurk can go down. It did way more than its fair share. We see the Psychic Noise go into that Vanilla-X. We do see a Dragon Dance come out from this Charizard, though. Headlong Rush isn't enough to pick up the KO on the Charizard. Oh my god.
4% HP remaining. This is...
Holy.
I feel like now it's just going to be a... Oh.
We did see Lily Cove preserve that Raichu, I believe.
Is this
so
a
Fake
Dakota
Out should
comeback?
pick up the KO into Charizard, assuming he doesn't protect there. But we have ourselves a game at the moment. Hydreigon will come out for the Lily Cove Latias with that Raichu partner. I think we are going to see a Fake Out come into that Charizard slot here, and then we're going to see Hydreigon pick up the Weird Ear KO with Dark Pulse.
No, it's Tailwind.
He opts for Tailwind. Trick Room goes
Trick Room! Oh my gosh, this is an insane read from Dakota.
Lily Cove putting on a choke job right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Now everything that Lily Cove can do, they can't. They underspeed everything because of that Trick Room right now.
Yeah, no, this is not looking like a commanding position for this Lily Cove Latias. I feel like you just go for the KO into that Weird Ear. You're just getting a little greedy there with knowing that he has Trick Room, right? You know he reversed Trick Room before. You want to pick up the KO. You clean up. We do see the Charizard come out or go down here though. I believe Beartic can live any hit from this Weird Ear, so Lily Cove, I think, closes out. Just a few questionable calls in this matchup, but they did make it close regardless. I thought we were going to have another 6-0 sweep.
That's what I thought. Dakota Dakota did not do well to start, and I'm just going to say he picked up his slack during the end game, but it was a little too late, and Lily Cove pulled through. It was a close game to say the least, but it just wasn't looking good for Dakota at start. I feel like just not taking care of Hatterene at the start when you were supposed to sealed the deal.
Alrighty, I believe we will be having Nimbus come on here.
Alright. I can't wait to talk to him.
Alrighty. So, Artemis, we saw a lot of twists and turns. It felt like both these teams wanted to lose at some point or another.
Yeah. It felt like...
Really?
It felt like both of them were throwing in the towel but didn't want to call surrender. But, like...
Can you give me a auto or instant replay here of the entire match?
Yeah, I can. Just let me put up their scores right now. That's the
I appreciate
loser.
it.
But no, you won a game, didn't lose a game. What am I doing?
Man, oh man, what a game!
What the heck?
Whew. Tough showing from the Dakota here, though. Like I said, it's his first season. There's gonna be growing pains. So here we are.
Yeah.
Let's welcome Nimble Nimbus to the stage. How are we doing, Nimble?
Hey guys, we're doing all right. How are y'all doing?
Oh, we are chilling.
Now
Man,
we got
we're
all those
almost-
tech things done. I'm feeling a lot better.
We are all done, bro. We're almost done with this entire stream.
Do you want to
And then
see it
I'm
from
done
Dakota's
tonight.
perspective?
Sure thing.
All right.
So I get a few questions for you, Nimble. Artemis, just cut in any time if you have a question or two. Feel free. Alrighty, Nimble.
So
You lose that. You want to kick us off, Artemis?
No, you go ahead. I was interrupting you. My bad.
Alrighty. You lose in finals. You're coming into the new season, right? You have bad draft position. You really tried hard. You just didn't succeed. What are your thoughts going into this game? What was the thoughts in prep?
So in prep, I mean, first thing I will say this: like, as much as I gave, as much as I expressed my hurt feelings about the point that everybody's got money on Dakota, it is true that he does have a ridiculously good team, right? I mean, his team can do pretty much all the things that you would want a team to be able to do. So I definitely went in quite nervous about how this was all going to work, how I could get the piece of my draft to work together well. Honestly, the approach I really took was very much just I need to just be aggressive as much as possible, try to force what I'm looking to do, which is play Trick Room early on, because Mega Golurk just does not have a lot of honestly a lot of switch-in options that work really well for him. And unfortunately for him, the best one he had, Corviknight, got hit with a very unfortunate crit. Also, I just realized because it said that Golurk, it was the protect. It said protected itself. I think my Golurk accidentally has no guard and does not actually have Unseen Fist. So that's a whole. It's a separate thing. But
we had a complaint from Spanish saying that his Aerodactyl did not have Tough Claws, instead had base Aerodactyl's ability as well.
Yeah. That's weird. I don't custom stuff's weird. I mean, I don't think it made a major difference here, other than maybe like the Charizard wouldn't have lived on 4% because he would have taken a little bit more damage earlier. But who cares? But regardless, I knew that I wanted to go in and be really aggressive with that, and so I felt really good about it early on. Just getting up the Covert Cloak, or getting up the Trick Room. I had Covert Cloak with the hat just to be safe. And just push the pace as much as possible and don't give him a chance to ideally get anything set up or get too comfortable. That was my thought. And then in the back, I did, bring the snow core just as an option because I did feel like if I could get Beartic set up, I would be in a pretty good position.
Yeah.
I got a question. Alrighty?
Go for it.
So early on, your opponent loses momentum, faking out into a ghost type, right?
Yeah.
You get major momentum. What was the thought process going Tailwind into that weird year Charizard with
my thought
game?
process, and to be honest, I got a little nervous after doing it. I was starting to get a little bit nervous just because I looked when I was doing my comparison. +1 Zard X was outspeeding Beartic and Tailwind. Or without Tailwind, rather. It was outspeeding Slush Rush Beartic. So I felt the need to put Tailwind on the field just to confirm it. I knew he was going to protect with the Zard because of Fake Out. I knew that he was going to do that. I did not really expect or think that the Weirdeer would take the chance to go Trick Room, though it probably was a good thought for me to consider that. I did have the benefit of the fact that Raichu was Focus Sash, so I knew that he couldn't kill... I knew that I could guaranteed kill the Charizard on that one turn with either Hydreigon or Raichu. So I felt like, okay, he made a really good play putting the Trick Room on the board, but I did feel secure in the fact that I knew Charizard was not going to attack, and if he didn't put up Trick Room and maybe he broke Raichu's Sash, then I would have just been able to kill both of them that turn. So really, the worst thing about it is I just won by one less Mon.
Yeah, for sure. I think I was a little nervous seeing the Tailwind come out there into that Trick Room play. But understanding your thought process kind of makes a little bit of sense here. Artemis, any questions?
Not really that I can think of. I was just thinking like how I didn't see Raichu playing the supporting role that I thought it was going to be playing. I didn't really see a single helping hand that game, which I think would have sealed the deal, although it seemed like it didn't matter.
Yeah, I did have it, and I was thinking about it right throughout. Honestly, at a certain point, it became, well, first off, early on, because Golurk was just doing so much damage, I was like, well, I don't really feel like I'm lacking for damage. It probably could have been helpful when those Intimidates started coming out, but I was really just focusing on, okay, I'm going to get as much chip damage as I possibly can with Golurk, and then I'll finish it with the Snow Core. Raichu, yeah, honestly, Raichu, I'm just hoping I can get as much out of Raichu as possible because I made a terrible mistake on my end. And for some reason, I thought that Raichu, like Mousehold, got Follow Me. And the fact that it doesn't really hurts. Yeah. But I'm still going to make the best use of it as much as I possibly can. And I still think, just having a fast fake out user like that is really helpful.
Mm-hmm. Having a fast fake out user and a helping hand user and just having the fast rat is helpful as a whole. But you also brought up Golurk, and I saw Golurk was putting in work, but after being half HP, so many defense drops because of Headlong Rush, so many Intimidates in. Were you just trying to stay on the field as long as possible and put in chip, or what was your idea of not swapping out Golurk when you could have?
Yeah, so my thought process, well, at a certain once Hatterene went down, I no longer felt like I was going to be in a great position whenever I brought Golurk back in.
Yeah.
If I switched, I did consider it like a few times throughout it. My reasoning for not was a few things. One of them being I didn't want to risk breaking the Raichu sash whenever Raichu was in the back. So I knew that I wanted to make sure Raichu was getting in safely. And then from the standpoint of Hydreigon, Vanillux, and Beartick, I knew that if Charizard went into the right attack into Golurk, they were all just kind of get one-shot. So I wanted to make sure that I was having the chance to at least apply some pressure with each of those mons and not just have them be a full sack, because Golurk was going to be slower than everything he had remaining anyway. And if depending on how his Zard was invested or on how much chip he managed to get on me, I could have seen a world where maybe I bring Golurk back in. Golurk doesn't have the defense drops, but if he puts a Flare Blitz plus Psychic Noise into me, he might have still been able to knock me out at that point. So I just decided Golurk is in a much better position to be the mon that is forcing him to actually attack instead of trying to set up or trying to protect. But it certainly could have gone a different direction.
I think I chalked it up to early game. There was some questionable calls on keeping Golurk in because Hatterene was pretty healthy still.
That's also true.
But it changed. It changed as time went on. Like Golurk kept doing his job efficiently.
Yeah.
Very important that it was efficient. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
And I did, and I will freely acknowledge that the crit on Corviknight was humongous. Yeah. I mean, that was ignores Intimidate drops and also just got past a mon that would have been a real pain for me to deal with. Like, obviously, I have Raichu and I had Flamethrower on Hydreigon, but would have been a real pain to have to deal with the Corviknight. But it's true, I did feel confident with my momentum early, and since I had Trick Room up, this is something that I have to learn because I'm not really much of a Trick Room player, is getting used to the idea that I might not fully maximize all 4 turns, and there might be times where I might have to, pull back and bring it back out later.
Yeah.
Hey, Artemis.
I had something I wanted to say.
I need to
slip my mind.
I need to close out anyway. So.
All right.
Nimbus, I congratulate you on a commanding 1-0 lead in your division rivals.
Thank you.
And that also puts you up in your division and frankly, the conference early. Short thoughts on this one, just because I need to wrap it up. But how you feeling about that? How you feeling winning this game?
Definitely feeling good about it, just because, again, it's an archetype I haven't really played with a lot of success in the past. So, and like you mentioned, poor draft position, didn't get all the mons I would have liked. There were definitely a few that I was hoping I would get, but that just didn't make it to me. So, seeing how I could make, I was describing as making my little group of misfits work, but I feel like it worked out pretty well in this case. And I'm sure I'll figure out more about the team's flaws and ways I can use it better in the future. So feeling good about just starting off with the momentum gives me a little bit of breathing room down the line.
Well, Nimbus, despite your difficulties starting the game. You and Dakota put in a good show. I congratulate you on winning. Thank you for giving us a good show. Dakota, thank you for participating in playing and helping commentate. You didn't win, but you did put in a good fight, and we congratulate you for that. And for all the DLP just making this draft happen. We are very grateful for everybody in the DLP. So thank you to all of you guys for watching. And
one shout out before we leave here. And it's a very, very important shout out because none of this could happen without him. Shout out to my boy Artemis, the head coach of the Twin Leaf Titans. Really just a mix of the admins getting together and just making it happen is how we got this week going for week 1. And I can't stress how important it is to give you the props that you deserve, and Gamer for giving us the backdrop for the whole thing as well. I know you put in countless, at least minutes of, if not hours of work into all these backdrops we've had this week, and you're gonna have countless more as the season goes on. I just can't stress to you enough how important it is that you felt like the DLP was a place that you wanted to help out in such a way. That means a lot to me because really, it's hard for people to understand the vision, but I think you understand it. I think you understand it, and I think you care about it, and that means so much to me. And
that I do.
I'm looking forward to working with you this whole entire season, Artemis. Shout out to you.
I look forward to working with you too. I care about the draft league plays. I care about the people here. We all have different play styles and different ideas of what a good team is, and honestly, that's just part of the beauty of draft league. And honestly, if there's a way for me to help out, it's just a small community that we're trying to grow, and if there's any way I can help grow it, I'm looking to do so. And honestly, I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad to help you. I'm glad to, and honestly, just me commentating is me getting closer to all the other coaches that I would. Honestly, previously, we would just go, hey, we got a match, meet me on Saturday, and that was it. Now I'm actually like talking with Spanish, I'm talking with Gamer, we're actually thinking of game plans. I'm talking with more of the coaches than I did before, and I am honestly just enjoying talking with you and commentating, and honestly just doing these backdrops because honestly I find it cool.
100%, man. Yeah. I've said my piece. I think thank you to everyone who tuned in. This will be Clump signing off.
Yeah, and I will too. Well,
thanks, y'all.
Thank you
Later.
all for watching, and
Good luck, Nimbus.
Yep.